Hello, all. Welcome to LTX classes. In this series, we are going to have the Hindu analysis, the articles which are very important regarding UPSC scheme of preparation, both for prelims and mains would be concluded here. Clear? Yes. See, today's date 28/2022. See, articles are going to be dealt by Srinivas. Clear? Yes. Let's have the focus on articles which have come in today's The Hindu. So now we are going to have the current affairs question, and the question being, consider the following statements. Clear? Consider the following statements. So first one, see, more than 1/3 of oceans, more than 1/3 of oceans, more than 1/3 of oceans are covering the entire Earth's surface. Clear? So see, and next one, next you should see that blue economy. Under blue economy, central government will extract all fishes from oceans. So the options are only 1, B only 2, and C both, and D none. Clear? So these are options, right? So if you consider that, if you remember, on 20th we have discussed, see, high seas cover not only 1/3, it covers 45% of Earth surface, right? What is that statement we have seen on the day? Nearly 45% of Earth's surface is covered by high seas, means sea which crosses more than 200 nautical miles distance from the territory of the state. Clear? So this is true. And next, in blue economy, central government will extract all fishes from oceans. No, it is not. It is the extreme statement that all fishes. It is the extreme statement. So only one is right. I think you got this right. So these are current affairs question, and let's now focus on the static question that we have come on the 28/2022, right? Yes. Now the static question. Clear? Static question. First one, consider the following statements. So first one, see, consider the following statements. Hydrogen based vehicles are zero pollution creating vehicles. Clear? So hydrogen based vehicles are zero pollution creating vehicles. And next, storing hydrogen is challenging as it is flammable. Okay, it is flammable and high in density. Clear? So it is saying the storing of hydrogen is very challenging as the hydrogen fuel is flammable and high in density. Flammable means easily attached to the fires. So choose the correct option. A only 1, B only 2, and C both, D none. Clear? So these are the options that we have. First of all, see, hydrogen vehicles or polluting creation vehicles. No, hydrogen based vehicles are non pollution creating vehicles. Sir, you might say, you might think, sir, even hydrogen, when it is the part of grey hydrogen. Grey hydrogen is hydrogen which extracts from fossil fuels. Clear? So when you burn fossil fuels, you will get hydrogen. So it would emit some emissions which are harmful for the environment. In this way, you might make this statement as true, but the answer is no. Why? Because I am purely asking based on vehicles. Based on vehicles. Hydrogen based vehicles are non pollution creating vehicles. These are non polluting vehicles, because I am speaking strictly on vehicles. When you use hydrogen for the movement of vehicles, the same can be used by any of the hydrogen, whether it is of grey hydrogen, blue hydrogen, but last you are using hydrogen, right? From vehicles there would be no emissions. From vehicles there would be zero emissions. What is the only emission? That is water only. The only emission from these hydrogen vehicles is water. And next, storing hydrogen is challenging. Yes, that is because it is flammable. Flammable is a thing that which catches fire easily, or to be called as flammable. And see, hydrogen, it says it is of high in density. No, it is low in density. When you take the table of hydrogen, hydrogen holds the first place, right? Means it holds the least density. Hydrogen holds low in density. As see, for storing any object which has high density is not much difficult, but to store low density we require lot of science and technology applications part, right? So storing hydrogen is challenging because it is flammable and because it is low in density. So statement 2 is also wrong, and answer is D, none. Why? Because I am asking for choose the correct option, right? So that's fine and good. Okay, and I wish everyone to participate in answering. Clear? Let's go for today's articles. So this is the article that has come in the first page, right? See, facing government action, Huawei to dial down R&D operations. Clear? R&D operations. Let's focus on this article. Is very important from GS to international relations perspective, and of course from GS3 economy. Clear? GS3 economy. Why? Because for our nation investments are very important. Clear? So yes, first of all let's look this and try to understand the context here. So facing government action, so what are the actions that Huawei company is facing from Indian side, so that it is dialing down. What is the meaning of dialing down? Dialing down means reducing the operations of R&D. R&D means research and development. Clear? What is that? Research and development. Regarding research and development for any company, these are very important and it requires huge investments from the organizations, right? So first of all focus on the Huawei company. Huawei company is a Chinese digital devices manufacturing company. Clear? Huawei is digital devices manufacturing company. Its headquarters are located in China. That is right. Clear? So see, it has huge operational build-up in India also, and it has huge research and development operations also. But recently Enforcement Directorate ED Enforcement Directorate officials checking the offices of Huawei and recently asked its Indian CEO to give the appropriate reasons for its misbehavior recently. So what are the misbehaviors? See, for any company, it has to follow certain economic rules and principles. Clear? What the company has said, ED officials alleged that thousands of crores were transferred from India to China illegally, means without paying any taxes. Are you getting here? Chinese companies are not paying taxes in India and they are earning income in illegal ways, means they are channelizing the profits from mainstream to other streamlines due to illegal markets or black marketing, and the same amount is going to be transferred to Chinese nation. Are you getting? So these are the allegations that Huawei holds. ED officials recently conducted searches and it has seized many of its operations like its computer desks, all the information which holds relevant data to prove that China is company Huawei is doing wrong here. But officially none of the statements have come from Huawei till now that they have done anything wrong. But when you see the face side of it, the Huawei company is facing struggles in India. Clear? So that's why the article has come. Facing the government actions, Huawei is going to nail down R&D option. So first one is enforcement directorate problems, and second problem is India did not provide the trail chances of 5G to Huawei. Sir, what is this 5G trail chances? 5G means fifth generation. So when Airtel is competing, when Jio is competing, and Huawei wishes to provide 5G technology in India at lesser cost, means it want to provide the huge competition to Jio and Airtel. Clear? But India strategically sidelined Huawei from 5G trails. It is not accepting the trails permissions of 5G for Huawei company, as this is Chinese company. It might hold all the privacy important related data. So on facing all these things, Huawei telling that we cannot compete with the existing market in 2G, 3G and 4G, as India is not also providing the 5G operations. We are not going to make any telecommunication presence in India. And it is on facing of all these things, Huawei recently told that it is going to dial down the R&D operations, means it is going to reduce the R&D facilities that are existing in India. Clear? And with this, what could be the consequence? The consequence could be nearly 3,500 people. Nearly 3,500 people would lose their jobs in people who were posted as R&D contents, right? So the decision to downsize or even to shut down few of the operations came when Huawei asserted that, see, recently it has come that we are going to have our presence here, we are going to have our normal operations. But immediately after months of that statement, they have rechanged it. Clear? The Indian officials are saying, based on the national security aspects, we are not giving the 5G trails chances to Huawei, as there are many intelligence reports which says that Huawei company, or in China the government holds the full control over Huawei. Whenever Chinese company, whenever China's government asks Huawei company to produce the privacy data of Indians, Huawei does not have any option but it has to share. Clear? So on the basis of security conditions, Indian government is not providing the 5G trails for Huawei, and recently it has provided the lookout notice for the CEO of Huawei Indian operations. Clear? So based on all these things, they are telling that we did not do any wrong, we are going to present here, and why are you literally grilling us, means you are making the problems for the present company. Clear? So it might have create some disturbances in research and development ecosystem. Why? Because when you take Indian things, in India, public sector spends more than 80% of R&D expenses, and private company is producing only less than 20% of R&D expenses. This is Indian figures. But when you compare the figures of Western or in China, the public means government spends less than 20% and private sector spends nearly 80 to 90% of recent R&D expenditure. Research and development is most crucial to develop any of the organizations from its scratch to the highest levels. Clear? Why? In research and development, the companies generally follow the process of academia industry approach. What is this academia industry approach? Industries generally goes to universities to cater the service knowledge of the students who are working there. In the same way, it is benefit for the students also who would get the test beds to go research and development. Means all the required material would be provided by the industry, and recent and the technological know-how and the brain skills would be provided by the academia. Here students would get the scholarships, students would get the industrial knowledge, and students would get the first hand experience of working in research and development. Clear? Of course, but on the basis of national security, the strict measures on Chinese companies are very important, and all these things have come on facing the things post 2020, the LAC issue. What happened in 2020? China crossed line of actual control, and you might know the things that happened in hot springs, Dapsang and Domchok areas of Indian Ladakh region, right? So these people, the Chinese army, one side keeping aggressions, and the Chinese companies are trying to influence Indian markets in their own ways, right? So on presence of both, the article is very important from international relations perspective and on the basis of economy also. Clear? Yes. So we shall go for our next article and check the next article. Forcible Aadhaar voter ID linking. Clear? So first of all, the article is very important from GS2 polity perspective. When you take Aadhaar, all the cases related to Aadhaar are very important because of, do you know, something happened in 2017, that is the case of KS Puttaswamy versus Union of India. Clear? KS Puttaswamy versus Union of India case, that is in 2017. In this case, Supreme Court clearly upheld the right to privacy. In this case, Supreme Court has come making Aadhaar mandatory to get any benefit is illegal and null and void. This is the statement of Supreme Court in 2017, KS Puttaswamy versus Union of India. Clear? So you got this case right. So then see the forcible Aadhaar voter ID linking. What happened recently? Recently, government asking every voter person to link their voter ID with their Aadhaar. Clear? With their Aadhaar. Then persons are coming. See, when government is projecting the scheme, it is projecting that it is very important to weed out the duplications in voter ID. Why? Because in things of voter ID, duplication of things, many people are going to vote for more than one time, and the elections are not happening in free and fair manner. Clear? When you are linking your voter ID with your Aadhaar, you can get the real voters in India. Clear? The real voters in India. These are the views of government. Clear? So government clearly telling that the linking of voter IDs with Aadhaar numbers would streamline the electoral rolls and the process of registration of migrated voters without duplication in the rules, and this would also help to reduce the multiple enrollment of same person in different places also. As of now, the migrated person has to reach his own place to go and to vote. He cannot vote in the area of where his presence is there at the time of election, right? But with this, see, he might do one thing. If the person is a voter from let's say Delhi, he might get registered to re-vote in Uttar Pradesh too. So there are huge chances of having duplication of persons votes in various states. So to weed out all the duplication of votes, election commission thought this could be a possible solution. What is that? Linking voter ID with the Aadhaar. See, but from the government sources, it seems they are coming with the word voluntary. Clear? The process is voluntary, it seems, from their words. But when you check, there is one organization, that is Internet Freedom Foundation, that is IFF, Internet Freedom Foundation. One of its representative got the call from the election commission regarding mandatory linking of their voter IDs with the Aadhaar. Clear? But from the government sources, they are coming with the words, we are not making it mandatory, we are making it as voluntary only, so that it is up to the wish of the people to link their voter ID with the Aadhaar. Why? Because they are telling as voluntary. In the case Puttaswamy versus Union of India case, Supreme Court clearly emphasized on the part that nothing should be made mandatory regarding privacy when the matter is not a threat to the national security. Here, see, for example, if you are not going to link your Aadhaar card with the voter ID, then in what way it should made mandatory? Clear? And Supreme Court clearly says that if any person is eligible to get any government service or any of the ration or something freebie so and so, in that case government can mandate the Aadhaar. Why? Because the reason or the main intention of Aadhaar bill is to put services in a foolproof manner, right? So that's why Supreme Court has given exemption regarding providing benefits for the poor people by the government through the schemes. Clear? Yes. So, and there is one issue, the contentious or the problematic issue is that recent election law amendment law bill 2021, which allows for linking of electoral data with the Aadhaar number. Clear? So this is what we can get. And recently Union Law Minister also says in the Parliament that the linking would be mandatory only. Clear? See, but few of the members from that Internet Foundation, Freedom Foundation, got the issues, and even Chief Electoral Officer also says that submission of Aadhaar number in the form 6B. Clear? What is it 6B? 6B is an application form to get the voter ID. Clear? So it says that Aadhaar number must be put in that form 6B is voluntary, but no entry in electoral roll shall be deleted on the ground of non-submission of Aadhaar number. These are the words of Chief Electoral Officers. Clear? Yes. But when you observe the real happenings on the ground, it shows that these forms make it compulsory for those who have Aadhaar to provide their Aadhaar numbers in order to vote. So to get your voter ID, you need not require. But if you want to franchise it, if you want to put your vote, then it is asking for the mandatory linking of your Aadhaar with the voter ID. Clear? So this is the issue, and we have to see it would lead to the clashes between the executive orders and the rights activist people. So we can see there might be chances of involvement of Supreme Court in this, as if people are going with these words to the Supreme Court might take the stern decisions on regarding the linking. Clear? So till that time, let's wait, and up to here this knowledge is sufficient for us. Clear? Yes. Now we can go for our next article. Then check our next article. It is freebies come at a price, economist. Clear? So here when you observing this Ashima Goel, she is member of Monetary Policy Committee. Clear? See, the article is very important from GS3 economy. Clear? In GS3 we have economy. Regarding that, the article is very important. She is telling that freebies actually does not come for free, they will come at a price. First of all, what is the meaning of a freebie? A freebie is a product or a service which is given to the consumers at free of cost. This is called a freebie. For example, giving free electricity. For example, giving free electricity is a freebie that is happening in Punjab and in Haryana regions. Clear? Governments there are providing free electricity for the farmers. Clear? For their agricultural fields. And in Delhi and in Punjab, generally people who are consuming less than 100 units of electricity per month, they need not pay their electricity bill. On behalf of them, government pays for the discoms. Clear? So these are called actually freebies. Right now, the great huge debates and deliberations happening around freebies. These freebies does not come for free are the words of Ashima Goel. As I say, she is the member of Monetary Policy Committee. So in Monetary Policy Committee, she holds good knowledge regarding economics and the economic impacts of various schemes and products. Clear? So she is opining that freebies come at a price to the economy. In the long term, the economy cannot give freebies for productive, as we can see it right now. Right now, we cannot able to understand the long term impact of freebies. Freebie means giving a product free of cost, right? So in economy, it might not provide a long term solution for the poverty. The main intentions of the government of providing freebies is that the poor people cannot get the product or service unless they are provided with huge subsidies or for free. But living is a basic necessity of people. So to ensure that, government has to take number of measures. Clear? So first of all, people are taking freebies from a different context. The governments which are providing freebies actually supporting freebies, and they are telling that these freebies are very important during this post-COVID crisis to revive the economy. But the people who do not go with the freebies, they are coming with the words, these freebies are harmful for the economy in the long term. Clear? In long time, the economy cannot survive by providing constant money regarding the schemes of freebies which are very unproductive in nature. If any freebie providing good long term effect, then it should not be considered as a freebie of unproductive in nature. For example, providing free education to the students till the masters or to whatever level that the student wishes to deal would not be called as a freebie, because this should be considered as a social infrastructure, because the people who get education from school level to the level of higher degrees, they would be settled at a good position, and they would provide long-term goals to the Indian economy. They might not be considered as a burden for the nation. Clear? So it should not be called as a freebie. But if you are providing something for free at a constant time, like electricity or petrol or all these things, might won't satisfy the needs of the people and might won't improvise the people's capacity to work for it in a sustainable manner. To get any product in a sustainable manner, we have to go for the long term solution. So here Ashima Goyal, she is saying that this would encourage the competitive populism. First of all, what is this competitive populism? Recently Narendra Modi ji used this word. Many states coming with freebies in the name of competitive populism. What is the meaning of competitive populism? Generally people get attracted because of the schemes that the government is coming before the elections. If right now, if government is coming with some benefits, or if any party coming with any of the benefits, then people are going to that party and voting for that party. That is called getting in race or competition to get more popular votes during the elections. Clear? So she is in the opinion that this would actually, government thought this would increase the competitive populism, but no, here Ashima Goyalji saying that this would reduce competitive populism. Clear? Why? Because here the parties would generally try to motivate the people in a wrong way, but as soon as people understood this is a trap or something, then people won't believe in this party in the long term effect or in the next elections. So she is saying that it is wrong to think these are as increasing the competitive populism. Clear? So these are harmful subsidies which are very harm for the economy. Clear? It hurts the production and resource allocation. See, the same resources which are provided for free to the poor might get wasted otherwise. So these are the problems. The resource allocation might get affected. So if you are providing the limited resources to the poor for free, it might delicate the constant supply of these products to the producers. Clear? Or to the industries. So these are the things, and in the same way she is coming with the example. The long term impact of these freebies could be very dangerous in condition. For example, as recently the Punjab as providing the free electricity, it has reduced the water availability. Clear? The water availability in the ground level for the Punjab state. Clear? So these might be the long term effects, and still there are lot of chances to observe many more the dangerous or the conditions that people have to face because of the freebies in the long term. Clear? Yes. So this is the article. One thing, recently Supreme Court also has come up with one committee to recommend on the strict measures to control the usage of freebie as a policy to attract the people. Clear? Yes. So check the current affairs question right now. Question: consider the following statements. Clear? Consider the following statements. First of all, check first statement. Supreme Court as of now can declare any freebie as illegal and void. Clear? So here we can see that Supreme Court as of now it can declare one freebie as any of the freebies as illegal and void. Void means cancellation. Clear? So next statement, see, election commission has powers under Representation of People's Act 1951 to declare any election as null and void on basis of illegal or irrational freebie. Clear? Illegal or irrational freebie. Then check the options. Only one, only two, both, none. Clear? So see, in the second statement I am telling that election commission has powers under Representation of People's Act 1951 to declare any election as null and void on the basis of irrational freebies. Clear? So you can choose the options only one, only two, both and none. Clear? Yes. Now check the static question. Check the static question. See, consider the following. Consider the following statements. Today we can go for economy article. See, consider the following statements on which inflation in economy might reduce. Clear? So first statement, increasing money supply, and second statement, reducing production goods and reducing repo rates. Clear? So you can choose the options 1 and 2 B, 2 and 3 C, only 1 and D, 1 and 3. Clear? So these are the options that I am providing for this static question. As this is economy, you can take a bit, you can think and you can answer the question, and the answer would be provided in our next class.